Los Angeles Lakers, the season has come down to this fourth quarter, looking to stay alive, looking to make the return to Chicago. We're tied at 80 as we head to the fourth.
Michael Jordan, who's so good with the basketball that you want to keep it out of his hands. Tony Smith anticipates, guesses that Jordan's coming to the ball. Instead, Jordan goes backdoor, catches the lob pass for the score. Deny, nope, change direction, move without it, finish the play.
Both clubs shot exceptionally well in the third quarter. They're both 31 for 59 overall for the game at 53% shooting. Smith whipping it. Green stepped out. And it will be Chicago ball. The Bulls 14 for 21 from the floor in the third for 67%. And the Lakers 11 for 19 shooting in the third.
When the Lakers are trying to play pick and roll with Magic, you have to screen people. They've got to be solid screens. You can't miss the defender.
B.J. Armstrong. And again the Bulls get to the loose ball. Horace Grant from Scottie Pippen. Chicago leads by 2.
The hustle, the athleticism get you to the loose balls first.
Purdue stepping out, and he was called for the foul. Good play initially by Will Purdue, but then he was hit with the reach-in.
A moment ago, Smith firing underneath the AC. AC just not able to control.
Here's Magic. And Purdue picks it up as Eldon Campbell hit the deck. He'll go to the foul line. Eldon Campbell grew up down the street from the Forum in Inglewood. He says that his look scared off scouts, mistaking his stoic manner for lack of intensity, and that's why he lasted as long as he did late in the first round.
I think there were a few more questions than just his stoic expression. It was whether or not he was going to show up every night during the 82-game regular season. It's a long season in the NBA. There were many nights in college that he was missing from his collegiate team.
Well, the expression gave off the feeling that he did not care at times. And he has played well in his first NBA season, has not received the playing time of the finals extensively until this evening. Here's Pippen, changed his mind. Grant had it knocked away by Campbell. Pippen, Scottie Pippen with 25 points, 12 of the 25 coming in the third quarter. The Bulls 84 and the Lakers 82. Lonnie Divac. And it will be Los Angeles ball. Last touch by Chicago. Chicago Bulls looking to make it a clean sweep here in L.A. Lakers have lost 4 straight games at home in the finals. They have dropped 2 straight to Detroit back at 89. A.C. Green has tied it at 84. So the 2 straight losses to Detroit, and they've lost 2 in a row to the Bulls coming into tonight. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad, Steve Jones, Michael Jordan, yes. He has 25. Chicago by 2. Once again, the Lakers looking to run.
Off the out-of-bounds play, most people just content to get it in, but not Magic. Always looking for his teammates under the basket. Simple inbounds pass turns into a great look and score.
Pippen was called for that foul, and a timeout has been taken. Welcome back to the Forum in Inglewood, California. 9:51 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Bulls lead the Lakers 86-84. The rookies, Eldon Campbell and Tony Smith. My apologies to Tony Campbell of the Minnesota T-Wolves, Mike. Eldon Campbell and Tony Smith have done the job off the bench. Eldon 8 for 11 from the field, and Tony Smith 5 for 5. score ball. They are down by 2. Here's Perkins. The game is tied at 86.
And Will Perdue that time gave Perkins a little too much space to turn and see the basket instead of having that body up against him tight.
Michael Jordan with the open shot. And the loose ball foul called on Will Perdue. So he's picked up a quick 3. Came on for Bill Cartwright after Cartwright collected his 4th. Now Scott Williams will check in, replacing Will Perdue. The Chicago Bulls looking to win their first ever NBA championship. For the Lakers, it is their 9th appearance in the finals over the last 12 years, a remarkable record. Scott Williams called for the foul. And the Bulls piling the fouls up here. In the 4th quarter, they are already over the limit.
Scott Williams hasn't earned enough stars or badges yet to be able to come in and double forearm a Sam Perkins in the low post. Bill Cartwright, perhaps it's okay. Scott Williams, no, not yet.
Perkins 5 for 6 from the free throw line. 13 points for Sam Perkins. The Lakers lead by 1. Biggest lead of the game. A margin of 8. Bulls led 70-62. Earlier, Lakers led by as many as 5. They now lead by 2. Armstrong and Jordan in the backcourt. Pippen, Williams, and Grant up front. Traveling violation.
So many small things add up in a championship series. If you go back to Game 3, the overtime loss for the Lakers, they shoot only 64% from the foul line, miss 9 free throws, and lose in overtime. They're shooting over 85% today. They were an 80% free throw shooting team for the regular season. This could be a 2-2 series very easily.
And the call against Perkins is steps. A host of turnovers committed at both ends. Lakers with 19, the Bulls with 15.
Perkins just changing feet as he tries to make his offensive move, the travel.
And the foul called on Smith. A stutter step move by Michael Jordan to set it up. Tony Smith called for his 3rd foul.
And that's where Michael Jordan is the toughest to play, at the top of the circle with the basketball, because now he has both directions to go in, and he can pull the defense from each wing and find an open teammate. Tough to guard him one-on-one there.
That was only the first team foul for the Lakers. AC Green with the rebound. Magic backing Jordan. Perkins for 3. Rebound, Magic. And he keeps it alive. Here's Magic. Rejected. And Armstrong's pass picked off. Smith's pass picked off by Armstrong. 2-on-1. Pippen. Fouled by Perkins.
What a tremendous series of defensive plays by both teams. They're going to award the ball out of bounds. The interpretation on that, there are 2 degrees of flagrant foul. The A degree means that you're really not playing the basketball and trying to stop the shot, that you're playing the person. That means you shoot the free throws and get it out on the side. The second level of flagrant foul, the B interpretation, could mean an ejection if you're trying to hurt someone.
So it is flagrant foul A that is indicated. Pippen gets the 2, and then Chicago receives possession.
And Mike Dunleavy, right there, talking to Jake O'Donnell, saying, you know, in his opinion, he was trying to block the shot, not just playing the player's body. Mike Mathis, who made the call, the same official who made the call in Game 3, which the Lakers feel, rather it was Game 2, where the Lakers felt that it turned it around.
Lakers and Bulls tied at 88. 7:40 remaining in the fourth. Now Campbell on Jordan. Went to the fadeaway. What a move by Michael Jordan. He has 27. So a 4-point play for Chicago to take a 2-point lead. And a foul. All shooting fouls right here. The Bulls are over the limit. Scott Williams collecting his second.
Michael Jordan can sense that the crowd is in it, that the Lakers are in it. He's going to take it into his own hands. He starts actually in the middle of the lane and finishes up 4 feet outside the lane line on that shot.
Tony Smith missing on his first. He was only 40 for 57 from the line during the season. 70% foul shooter. The Bulls 90 and the Lakers 89. Picking off Smith, allowing the jumper by Jordan. Rebounded by Magic. A lead for Green. AC Green beating Scottie Pippen, providing the Lakers with a 1-point lead.
It's just knowing the guy that you're passing the ball to, what his ability is to catch it and how high he can get up.
13 for Green. Jordan. He was stopped by Campbell. Excellent play by Elvin Campbell. It will be Laker ball. Timeout has been called by Chicago. With 6:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. Magic Johnson working against Michael Jordan. Magic with 16 points, 18 assists. Campbell! Now, did that go in from Magic, or was it Campbell?
Phil Jackson complaining to the official that the ball actually was going in the cylinder and Campbell reached up and touched it. It should be waved off in his opinion. Keep an eye now. If the ball is in the cylinder when Campbell touches it, no basket. Again, a look from a different angle. The ball, the cylinder, and when Campbell touches it, from that angle, it almost looks like he does guide it into the basket. Does he touch before it gets to the cylinder? I say good basket.
Now the officials discussing it, they do not have the luxury of the replay. From our angle here at midcourt, at first it appeared that Magic did shoot it and drilled it home with Campbell guiding it in. Then you look at the replay. I agree with your opinion.
Remember, if Campbell touches the ball before it gets in that cylinder, then it's a good basket. As Elvin goes up, the ball's outside the cylinder. There's the touch, and then he guides it in.
Indication that the basket does count. Such a tough call because they are checking the memory bank. So the basket counts and the foul called on Livingston. Elvin Campbell to the line. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Lakers 93, the Bulls 90. 6.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Paxson and Jordan now in the backcourt. Pippen, Cartwright, and Livingston up front.
Trying to get Jordan in the isolation on the left side of the floor. The other 4 Bulls on the right side.
Pippen with the open shot for 3. Scottie Pippen has tied it. 30 points for Scottie Pippen. He had 12 in the third to lead the Bulls. Magic's pass deflected and picked off by Livingston.
Those are the great hands of the Bulls, always up anticipating Magic's over-the-head hook pass.
Green over to help. Shot clock at 6. Cartwright. Yep. Oh, what a play by Pippen to keep it alive.
And Perkins just jumped a little too soon. He mistimed his jump. He was on the way down while Pippen was on the way up.
Shot clock at 10. Game tied at 93. Paxson with the open shot. And back come the Lakers. Magic fires off the dribble to Smith. Jordan batting it away. Jordan tied up by Campbell. Jordan claiming that he was calling for a timeout. And he got the call.
Jake O'Donnell at first not able to really understand what Jordan was doing down there. When Jordan jumped up and said, that was a timeout I was calling, Jake said, you're right, you had the possession, and I'll recognize that before the jump ball took place. The scramble for the ball, right there, possession, timeout, good call.
The Bulls and the Lakers each have 3 full timeouts. They each have a 20. The Bulls have been over the foul limit since early this fourth quarter. Lakers have 2 fouls to give. 5:08 remaining in the fourth. It is game 5 of the best of 7 NBA Championship Series. Lakers trailing 3 games to 1. Hoping to bring this series back to Chicago for a game 6 on Friday night. Magic and Michael have gone the distance. Neither has sat down. Pippen, who has had a sensational game, leading the way with 30 points. Shot clock out of 2. Pippen has to force it. Bulls and Lakers tied at 93. The rookie Tony Smith out of Marquette, the rookie Eldon Campbell out of Clemson have come up big here this evening. Smith off a double team. Perkins, shot clock at 2. Smith has to fire. Jordan on the rebound.
A poor job of screening out in front as Magic tried to come off the pick and roll. As a result, the defense was able to stay at home.
Foul called on Smith.
Keep a look at the top of the circle. This is supposed to be a pick and roll. You've got to screen Michael Jordan. You can't miss him. We call that screening air. As a result, Jordan never gets off of Magic.
Foul on Smith is 4th. Lonnie Devon's returning. Eldon Campbell sitting down with 21 points. Cartwright stopped by Devon's. Paxson shooting. John Paxson gives the Bulls a 95-93 lead. Paxson is 5 for 7. He has 12 points. Open shot for Perkins. Cartwright on the rebound.
Can't ask for a much better look. 16-footer in the foul line area, wide open, no one playing him.
Paxson open again. John Paxson continues to provide the crushing shots. The Bulls 97, the Lakers 93, and the Lakers will talk it over. Timeout taken with 3:24 remaining in the fourth. John Paxson has drilled 2 more clutch jump shots, providing the Bulls with a 97-93 lead. John, in his 8th year out of Notre Dame, spent 2 seasons with San Antonio. This is 6th year with Chicago. His older brother Jim, a standout player over 11 years with Portland and Boston. Their dad played in the NBA in the late 50s. He shot just under 55% during the regular season, and he's at 62+ for the final series.
Yeah, and 44% from the three-point line, and only 41 as Sam Perkins misses on a three-point attempt. Only 41 free throws taken this year.
And here's Paxson. 6 consecutive for John Paxson. And the Bulls lead 99-93, just under 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
The point I'm trying to make, only 41 free throws, is that this guy doesn't shoot a high percentage because he's a driver, slasher. He's a pull-up jump shooter.
Perkins So Perkins to the driving hook, and the Bulls now lead 99-95. And a defense from this foreign crowd. Jordan with the crossover and the bucket.
He goes wherever he wants to on the basketball floor. That's how good he is.
29 for Michael Jordan. The Bulls lead by 6 as they gun for their first ever NBA championship. And the foul call on the Bulls. It's on Paxson.
One of the few layup opportunities for Paxson is the fast break situation. When he gets out in front, they're going to give it to him. Jordan against the double team, the triple team, the rotating defense, the pump fake, the rotations, still finds a way to score.
Sam Perkins 7 for 8 from the free throw line. This a game that has been close throughout at one stretch. Chicago had an 8-point lead. The Bulls led by as many as 5, and the Bulls have a 5-point advantage. We're coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Paxson open again. He has been unconscious. 18 for Paxson. He's hit 8 of 11 from the field. 7-point lead for Chicago. Perkins. It's been all Sam Perkins offensively. Cartwright called for his 5th.
The Bulls execute their offense so well. A little scissor cut cross off the post. 2 defenders for the Lakers go to Jordan. Paxson wide open. The rest of the bench loves it. They execute their half-court offense as well as anyone in the league.
Perkins 8 for 10 from the foul line. Lakers have hit 21 of 27 from the free throw line. Bulls lead 103-97. Since the 2-3-2 format was instituted, the team with the 4 home games has won 9 out of 10 times. The exception, the Lakers over Boston in '85. But the Bulls, after losing the home court advantage, losing to the Lakers in game 1, come back, tie the series, and they are trying to make it 3 out of 3 here in Los Angeles. Holding foul, says Jake O'Donnell. It went in, but will not count. The 4th team foul committed by the Lakers, so it is a non-shooting affair. Jordan being played by Smith, and that's a traveling violation. Michael Jordan has been called for steps a couple of times this evening. It'll be Laker ball, but first a timeout taken with 1:25 remaining in the 4th quarter. The Bulls 103, the Lakers 98. We'll be back in a moment. It has been a magnificent game for Magic Johnson. 16 points, 20 assists, 11 rebounds for a triple-double. And the Lakers have gotten excellent play off the bench from rookies Eldon Campbell and Tony Smith in the absence of the injured James Worthy and Byron Scott. But the Bulls of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and John Paxson have taken over here in the 4th quarter. Paxson scoring 8 of Chicago's last 10 points. Scottie Pippen with another superb performance, putting to rest the stigma of the well-publicized migraine headache of a year ago. Here's Perkins. Yes! And it counts! With a minute 13 remaining in the 4th quarter, the Bulls lead by 3, and Perkins will go to the line. The foul called on Paxson.
Last thing you want to do is foul the shooter in this situation and give him an opportunity to make a 3-pointer a different way.
Perkins, 10 for 12 from the line. He has 21 points. He has been the focal point of the Laker offense down the stretch. It is a 2-point lead for Chicago. The Bulls looking for their first ever NBA championship. The Lakers desperately trying to bring it back to Chicago for a Game 6. Paxson, yes! John Paxson again! And the Bulls lead 105-101. Lakers, incidentally, have 1 and a 20 in the timeout category. 1 full and a 20. Lakers have 3 full and a 20. Perkins drawing the double team. Magic also gets double coverage. Perkins for 3. And Pippen rebound. Timeout called. Godano indicating that Chicago successfully called for the timeout.
As has happened so many times, when Michael Jordan is in trouble and he starts to elevate or finishes a move, he turns and looks to find Paxson, who he knows has the ability to be in the right spot at the right time. And then the bottom line is, do you knock the shot out? Well, he certainly has tonight.
John Paxson accounting for 10 of the last 12 Bulls points. He's 9 for 12 overall for 20 points.
Imagine the headache trying to play this team when you have guys that can put streaks together like this. Earlier in the game, it was Pippen who went on a run. Now it's Paxson, 10 out of 12. And then all the time, you have the presence of Jordan on the floor, who can score basically whenever he wants to.
32 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The Bulls leading the Lakers 105-101. And when they pick it up following the timeout, they have 22 on the 24-second clock.
Yeah, at this point now, the Lakers have to extend their defense, go after the basketball with some type of trap rotation, try to force the turnover, and then obviously you can't let them run the clock down, so you need to take a foul, and you don't want them to run most of those 22 seconds off. If you're going to foul, do it sooner than later so you get the ball back.
The rap against the Chicago Bulls coming into the playoffs. The large question mark involved, could the supporting cast step up? Could they properly complement the combination of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen? Well, the answer, a resounding yes. They have received big numbers from the likes of John Paxson and Horace Grant. Bill Cartwright has done it. The bench has come through.
If you're going to foul somebody, you would like the ball to go into Cartwright's hands, who only shot 69% for the regular season. Grant only 71, and Pippen 70.
The next Laker foul puts them over the limit, which means the Bulls go to the line. Lakers have been over the limit throughout this fourth quarter. John Paxson for the series is 32 for 49. Timeout called. Godano indicating that Chicago successfully called for the timeout.
As has happened so many times, when Michael Jordan is in trouble and he starts to elevate or finishes a move, he turns and looks to find Paxson, who he knows has the ability to be in the right spot at the right time. And then the bottom line is, do you knock the shot out? Well, he certainly has tonight.
John Paxson accounting for 10 of the last 12 Bulls points. He's 9 for 12 overall for 20 points.
Imagine the headache trying to play this team when you have guys that can put streaks together like this. Earlier in the game, it was Pippen who went on a run. Now it's Paxson, 10 out of 12. And then all the time, you have the presence of Jordan on the floor, who can score basically whenever he wants to.
32 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The Bulls leading the Lakers 105-101. And when they pick it up following the timeout, they have 22 on the 24-second clock.
Yeah, at this point now, the Lakers have to extend their defense, go after the basketball with some type of trap rotation, try to force the turnover, and then obviously you can't let them run the clock down, so you need to take a foul, and you don't want them to run most of those 22 seconds off. If you're going to foul, do it sooner than later so you get the ball back.
The rap against the Chicago Bulls coming into the playoffs. The large question mark involved, could the supporting cast step up? Could they properly complement the combination of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen? Well, the answer, a resounding yes. They have received big numbers from the likes of John Paxson and Horace Grant. Bill Cartwright has done it. The bench has come through.
If you're going to foul somebody, you would like the ball to go into Cartwright's hands, who only shot 69% for the regular season. Grant only 71, and Pippen 70.
The next Laker foul puts them over the limit, which means the Bulls go to the line. Lakers have been over the limit throughout this fourth quarter. John Paxson for the series is 32 for 49 for 65% shooting in the NBA Championship Series. Green trying to foul Paxson, got the wraps on him, did not get the call, and now the whistle.
They got the ball into the hands of one of their best free throw shooters, 84% shooter from the foul line. Paxson controlled it. The Lakers tried to take the foul immediately. He just dribbled away from it, used up some more time off the clock before eventually getting it over to Pippen where the foul took place.
And Pippen is a 70% free throw shooter. Not a bad choice from the Laker point of view. Tony Smith called for the foul. Scottie Pippen is 9 for 10 from the line, and Smith has fouled out. Terrific performance by the rookie from Marquette. 5 out of 6 for 12 points. The Chicago Bulls went 61-21 during the regular season. Best record in the history of the franchise. Only the 9th team in NBA history to win 60 games in a season. They have swept through the playoffs, beat the Knicks 3 in a row, won the first game by 41 points, knocked off the Sixers in 5, defeated Detroit in a 4-game sweep. This their first ever trip to the finals in their 25-year history. And they are now 24 and 7/10 seconds away from a championship. They lead by 6. Divac from three-point land. Michael Jordan gets to it. As we come up on 10 seconds remaining, he's fouled by Green. And the Bulls beginning to celebrate. 11 and 4/10 seconds remaining. The Chicago Bulls on the verge of taking 3 out of 3 from the Lakers in Los Angeles. Tonight's Miller Genuine Draft Player of the game, the man with the hot hand down the stretch, John Paxson, who ripped this game open. And on behalf of John, NBC and Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. Michael Jordan with 30 points. The Bulls lead by 7. Final seconds, Magic's three-point attempt blocked. Pippen comes away with it. And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship. The Bulls greeted by a portion of this foreign crowd as they try to get back to their locker room. For the Lakers, a different story. The Chicago Bulls' domination of this series has to be considered a major surprise. Mike, there was no reason to believe that the Lakers would fall apart so dramatically.
I think it was a combination of things. I'm not quite sure that everyone gave the Bulls the credit they deserved throughout the season. I think everyone felt the balance of power was in the West this year, that Portland, in fact, was the best team. And when the Lakers got by them, that the Lakers then were just going to put the Bulls away. But the Bulls team was a deceiving team. They did it with a very intricate offense in the half-court area, the ability to score in transition, and then the great team defense.
And Michael Jordan has answered a couple of questions. There have been doubters over the years whether a team led by Jordan could win a championship, and it is so rare for a team that has a scoring champion to go the distance.
Anyone anyone who ever questioned whether Michael Jordan was willing to give up and sacrifice for a championship was completely wrong. It was a case that Jordan is such a great winner, such a great competitor, and wanted so badly. In the early stages, he took maybe too much upon himself, but only trying to win because he knew the supporting cast had not developed yet. But once they stepped up their level of play, the Pippen moving to a new level, Cartwright doing the job in the middle, Paxson knocking out the open shots, and then Grant blossoming into the player he did, then Jordan was willing to spread the wealth around.
And the last time that Phil Jackson won a championship in the NBA, he was a member of the New York Knicks. And the Knicks clinched on this same court here at the Forum back in the 72-73 season when they were able to defeat the Los Angeles Lakers in 5. With the victory over Detroit in the Eastern Conference Final, the Bulls felt that they had grown up, they had matured, they felt the difference at that particular level was all about a mental state of mind. We discussed this in the past. They said that in previous seasons, the Pistons' mind games would get to them. Well, they got past that plateau. They came out very aggressively. Michael Jordan setting the stage in that series, and then they go on after losing the opening game at home. They go on to knock off the Lakers in 5.
But wasn't it a maturing factor, very similar to Detroit? They grew up. Very similar to what happened to Detroit as they learned along the way. They lost to Boston in the Garden on the errant pass by Isaiah. Came back the following year, put Boston away, went on to the finals. They lose to the Lakers, but learn a lesson. They come back and win 2 world championships back-to-back. The Bulls have learned their lessons well. They've grown up. They win a championship.
The celebration has begun in the Chicago locker room, and they are celebrating in Chicago as the Bulls take the Lakers in 5.
Here's Phil Jackson, the victorious coach, Jerry Reinsdorf, the principal owner, David Stern, the commissioner of the NBA, with the Larry O'Brien trophy, emblematic of the championship. In comes the general manager, Jerry Krause. Commish, it's all yours.
America was watching, and they saw 2 great teams. Congratulations to the Chicago Bulls and their great fans. Here it goes. Commissioner, thank you so much. I'm the least important guy here, but it's an honor to take this on behalf of a great organization and the wonderful fans of Chicago.
A quick word from Phil Jackson. Amid the bedlam, you were part of Knick championships. I don't think anyone can see us. I know they can't see me. Maybe they can see the top of your head. What does it mean to you, Phil?
Well, Bob, if I could have a moment here behind Stacey King. I was right here about 18 years ago when we won the championship, and it's a very meaningful thing. There's no doubt about it. That's much better winning as a coach than as a player, surprisingly.
Any thoughts about Red Holtzman, who I guess was a mentor and was the Knick coach of those 2 championships?
Well, we tried to do it the way he taught me how to do it. With poise, hit the open man, and that was successful for us.
Somewhere amid the bedlam, here we go. Where's Michael? Where's Michael? Let's get John Paxson over here while we can. John. Give me a little space. As wild a scene as I've ever witnessed. I assume we're still on the air from here. John Paxson on fire in the 4th quarter with your brother, former NBA player, your dad who played with the Minneapolis Lakers in attendance.
I'm just glad I was able to step up, and I got the shots and I knocked them down. I'm happy for the guys in this room and the coaching staff. We put in a lot of hard work to get here.
John, congratulations.
Bob, appreciate it.
All right, let's see if we can find Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen. Scottie. Excuse me, Craig. Scottie Pippen, your thoughts? Huh? Your thoughts on the championship?
That was a great win for us. We worked for this all season, and everybody really came out and gave a great effort today. But you got to give credit to the Lakers. They really came out.
they came at us and they made us give second thoughts about winning this game here, but we still had enough guts to keep playing hard to get it.
Your thoughts on your role defensively on Magic, that big switch before game 2?
Well, it's helped us out a lot, and I think Michael realized that by stepping up and putting a lot more pressure on Magic, and I think that's why Phil stuck with Michael, because he was able to put a lot more pressure than what he did in game 1.
Scotty, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Where's Michael? Horace Grant. Somebody go get Michael, and we'll talk to Horace Grant. Unsung hero.
I mean, everybody's a hero. I mean, we played together. The unity was there. The chemistry was there. Thank God. Thank God.
Were you surprised by the effort of the Lakers with their backs to the wall?
Oh, no, not at all. We knew they were going to come out and give a very good effort, but I felt that our defense came to play.
I'm going to try and go down into the crowd and get to Michael Jordan. Guys, excuse me. Let me get through here. Michael Jordan is the unanimous MVP. He got all 11 votes. Here we are with Michael, surrounded by his mom and his dad and wife. Under the hat, that wasn't fair, but I'm covered with champagne. I can hardly see. Michael, what does it mean to you?
It means so much. I mean, not just for me, but for the team, for the whole city. It's been a 7-year struggle. I mean, when I first got into Chicago, we started at the bottom, and every year we just worked harder and harder until we got to it. And it's so gratifying. I'm appreciated so long in my life. For my family, for my kids, everything. It's the most proud day I've ever had.
We read that when they broached the subject of the "I'm going to Disney World" commercial to you, you said only if all my teammates are involved.
Yeah, I wanted that to happen. For them, they deserve it. Whatever I get, whatever financial situation I get from that, I'm gonna spread it amongst the team. I didn't want it. I want the team to have it. I want everybody to prosper from this whole event. It took a team to get to this point.
Is there a sense of completeness and fulfillment for you now that might not have been there for all your other achievements before?
Well, I wanted to get here. If I never got here, I would never have been disappointed about my career. But it caps it off. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the city. I'm just happy that I was able to be a part of history in the city of Chicago.
Is there a feeling of a passing of the torch, Magic Johnson, to you? And did you have any words with him toward the end of the game?
Well, I know we expressed our love for each other and the love of competition. He thanked me. He certainly was very glad for me. But passing the torch, I mean, the NBA has got so many players that represents them, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. And I think besides myself, David Robinson, Charles Barkley, all these other guys, he's going to carry the label of the NBA from now on, and I'm just glad I'm a part of it.
Do you have a quick thought about your husband's feats of daring do here?
I'm just very proud of him, and I'm excited that they won the championship, and Chicago's very excited. He deserved everything.
What are you going to do next? How are you going to spend your off-season?
With my family, play a lot of golf, if she lets me. I'm just going to relax and enjoy this.
Michael, congratulations.
Thank you.